city of mine. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life on its complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every brick, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ice Place while we'd roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
Oh, Rich. You know what I'm doing. That's funny, Rich. Anyway, aloha, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am your host, content creation coach, Doc Rock. Today is just today. It's Saturday. Holy goodness. It's been a week, people. It's just been a week. That's all I can say. Yeah, we're going to dive into some things and talk about some things, and yeah, I'm here. If you're brand new around here, make sure you let the family know so that they can give you the proper greetings and salutations. Also, check in with Mr. Moderator Paul on how to ask your question if you should have any questions. And of course, if you're catching this on the replay squad and you have a question, comment, or feedback, please drop it down below. We'll come back to you and get you covered. Let me say hello to the family real quick so we can dive in. We got Mr. Rob in the building. He's always first. Keely's late. Where's she at? Then there's Mr. Camera Jonke. There's Mr. Duncan Paul in the building. Moderator Supreme. Communication, social media, live streaming. I like it. Very cool. What's up, Inner? Good to see you here, boss. Happy to have you around. We got JFK Productions in the building. Where you going? What's going on? And let's see, Paul's giving you guys instructions on asking those questions. You know how we do. G and Rob are having who knows what. I don't know what they're doing. What's up, Miles? I see. And let's see who else got here. Oh, we got the missus herself, LBC. Branding in the building. How you doing, Michelle? Good to see you here. This is funny. This is absolutely funny. That is super funny. Sammy Super Chat is here. Of course, Mr. Rich Graham making me crack up laughing. I'm sorry, Rich. There's 12 minutes left in this game, and yeah, we can't be trusted to leave this lead. This 2-0 lead. We can't be trusted to keep it, so I got to pay attention. L Dubs, what's up? Good to see you here, Ma. And we got Dina. I think that's Dina. Texas Divorce Toolkit. Dun, 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 dun. And MTD, what's happening? Dang. Hey, I would love to be at Pismo Beach right now. You know what I've been craving? I've been craving the taco shop. Guys, let me tell you something funny. If you ever go to San Diego, I went on a trip, and it was a random trip. Karen was watching TV, and she saw, I don't know, some Food Network program or whatever, and they were talking about all this cool food in you know, San Diego. So she wrote down this little list of places she wanted to go, and then randomly the next day, and you know how the pixels work, randomly the next day, there's a email from Hawaiian Airlines says San Diego round trip $250. That's cheap. Like normally that's $650, $700 ticket for us. She was like, you want to go to Diego for the weekend? I was like, yeah, let's go. And that turned into 2 weeks because it's San Diego. So anyway, she has her little list of places that we're going, and we come up with this place called the Taco Shop. I'm like, girl, I've been to San Diego 100 times. This is your first time. There is no way some place called the Taco Shop is going to be good. Let's just go to Chicano Park, get, you know, flat pan in a grocery cart, like legit tacos made by, you know, authenticity. And she's like, no, this is supposed to be really good. So me kicking and screaming and her wanting to remain in the safe neighborhoods. It's San Diego. It's all safe. I'm from freaking New York. Anyway, so I'm kicking and screaming, and I'm like, I know this place is hot trash. It's across the street from WeWork. And WeWork is rubbish, so it can't be that good. And it's in the middle of downtown, like B Street somewhere. Man, it was the best tacos I ever had in my life. So ever since we've been not able to travel, I've been craving for that. So I'm looking for reasons to go to San Diego right now. Modern Day Tech, good to see you here, fam. Let's see. Sammy got that new Mac maxed out that I could buy 1632. There you go. Boom. See, she knows. It's a thing. I don't know. It's really weird. You would never expect something with such a stupid name would have good tacos, but holy goodness, it's great. What's up, Mr. Todd? Good to see you here. Right? Oh my God. Handmade. You're watching them make the shit. Oh, whatever. Let me stop. I'm going to start losing my face. Plan on going to Port Royal this Christmas to have lobster. Oh, man. I can't eat lobster anymore. I used to be able to, but now any type of shellfish just wrecks me. It's really funny. I just randomly woke up one day allergic to shellfish. Anyway, so a couple things we want to talk about. Yesterday, I was watching Mr. Alec do his thing, and towards the end, Michael Powell jumped on, and we were just kind of messing around in the chat, listening to all myriad craziness. Alec did a breakdown just talking about like things that are going on with the new loop deck integration in the eCam, things like that. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting conversation. And they got to talking about sort of what are our plans going to be for Vlogmas this time around. I can tell you right now, Vlogmas for me is about to be an incredible challenge. And that's because some things just recently changed in life that's going to have me a little bit busy. And I just started this course, an intensive 6-week course that technically starts November 1st, but you know, they got a couple of days of pregame and it's going to be crazy. But you know what? Unlike some of y'all, I look at a challenge like bring that shit. I will punch you right in the pills. So gonna take the challenge. Like, I'm just gonna do it. Same with Alec. Alec was like saying, you know, hey, I got a lot of stuff going on at that time, but there's no way I'm not gonna do it this year after hearing, you know, how it went for everybody last year. What's really funny about that is hearing it come from Alec was kind of a shot in the arm, you know, like an energy shot or a B12, because that dude technically been doing it almost this whole year. Like, he's 160 some odd videos in. You know, he started this thing. Oh, there you go. I was waiting for you. How you doing? Just clowning, but waiting for you. Yeah, so Rob, not Rob. See, y'all got me mixing up my old people. Alec was like, yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on this year. It's going to be a little bit crazy. And of course, he's coming from like 97 time zones away over in Thailand. But he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to do it anyway. And then so that made it so, like, yes, we're definitely going in. It's crazy. So here's what I would suggest. Let's talk about this for a second. Rob, Keely, any of you guys, if you guys want to hop on, give me a holler. Let's talk this out. Junkie, you too. If you guys want to hop in. We'll make it a family convo today. I'm thinking, like, listen, anything you can do to put yourself through that Vlogmas challenge at whatever you can bring to the table will be more beneficial for you than not doing it at all. I don't know if I can explain that again, but any of you that could put forth any effort to do any of the tasks throughout the Vlogmas time will be better than not doing it at all. So what does it mean? Of course, the honest to goodness goal from the standard issue normal people Vlogmas is to do a video every day up until Christmas. Me being the hard ass that I am, I had us doing a video every day, all 31 days. Because I'm like, if you already made it 25, what's the last 6 days going to do? Make you better at producing video. So, hold that thought. Go! Oh, offsides. Never mind. Hello, Rob. Let's get Rob up here. You guys, if you don't mind, we're going to make this ugly. We don't need to be cute for this, okay? So, I'm going to come here and press this button and put a dock over here and then press this. Wait. Hold down the option key. Press this button and put a Rob over here. And then we're just going to be cool with it and leave some space in case other kin folks come through. In the meantime, I'll swell up the dock in the Rob situation. And Rob, 1 second. Let me put on my headphones so we don't sound dumb. And that goal was offsides. Oh, nope. The goal counted. Okay, 3-0 Manchester. I'm happy. I can stop paying attention now. It's safe.
Does 2 minutes? So 2 minutes in football, is that more like 15 minutes?
No, because round football, unlike oblong football, you don't have like 87 commercials and a bunch of timeouts and a bunch of like referees looking at the same crap over and over again to make a bad call. After you looked at the replay, how you still make a bad call, I have no idea. So yeah, round is a little bit better about that.
Okay. Good morning, by the way.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Okay, so here we go. All right, now we in there. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you because it's something that I've been thinking about. And Marie says she want to try to do it again. Yeah, I think last year it was really good, and I had a blast. Like I learned a lot even about myself, and I've been making videos forever, but just going through that challenge of spitting out something every day, one of the things it did for me was, even as a professional editor, I would edit maybe 3-4 videos a year, right, for clients. And then for my YouTube production schedule, I wasn't popping a video every week. And actually, over the last month and a half, I probably haven't done that either, but, things happen. What's funny, though, with Vlogmas, having to edit every day, those chops, those reps got my editing game, back together right away. And it made me figure some things out. Todd, of course you will, bro. It's like in your nature. I like that.
That's a duh. Yeah, that's a duh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Duh. Way to go, Billy. Nice. And then, I like what Mr. Cameron Junkie said about getting that reps in, though, right? So JFK says, every decision I made this year to get into doing what I want is going to prepare me for 2022 so they can share the content how you want. There you go. Like, that's correct. Oblong football is not football. That's correct. It's throw ball.
It is handball.
We will not have that conversation.
No, and as an American lover of the oblong game, I love the fact that English football gets, is getting better, is getting more fans here, but at the same time, you're right. You were first. The round ball was first.
Well, it's funny because I love both, like interchangeably, but the more as you watch each, you understand why you like one better. And I just end up liking football round better because I honestly hate the over commercialism of our game. And for one thing and one thing only, this is going to sound crazy. Yes, stopping every chance you get to play a commercial is irritating, but where it irritates me the most, especially in the college game, is when 19-year-old kid is on the ground injured from playing a sport that makes your school billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And the answer to that, you expect the teams to sit down or stand by, or sometimes they'll sit on the ground. Before, 4 years ago, they used to kneel and wait for their player to get better, as a show of respect, kind of like knights and stuff. But everybody would just wait patiently for the dude to get up. And if he gets up, the whole stadium would give him a round of applause. Even Notre Dame, we would clap when the Michigan kid got back up after being hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how you did it. What it is now, oh, here's an idea. Let's play a freaking commercial and make some more money. And that irritates the living I can't tell you. Like, I guess just as an athlete, and then especially all of the fights about the NCAA not paying players, and you got a kid that might have ruined his entire career laying on the ground in pain, and you go, oh, let me go make some money off of this. That irritates me. That irritates me so much.
Not to apologize for the NCAA, but they have loosened those rules now, and kids are going to be able to make some money.
Well, but it's it's still not right. It's better because they gave them the ability to make money on their personal likeness,
right?
But they cannot sort of advertise a thing. But if you remember, all of this became a problem during the Fab Five with Chris Webb and all of the guys at Michigan. And when
I'm old enough to remember that. Yes.
Yeah, so it's just insane. Junior, okay, let's cover this just in case anybody was missing last year. Anyway, aloha, Junior. How's things on your side of the island? It's slightly rainy down here, but it should be a good day. There's a thing that started like 2011 or so, and it was mostly through vloggers, right? They would do a thing on December where they would vlog every day during the month of December, and it's normally basically December 1st until December 25th. And it was sort of a way to get your reps in, but also get your audience to know you better and, share the holidays with your audience. many people have taken that and made modifications and kind of, twisted it to work what they want. So not all of us do vlogs. A lot of us are just trying to get our reps into content creation because the majority of LGL are brand new or recovering content creators. The goal of doing Vlogmas for us is getting those reps in. It's like literally getting in 31 videos in a month to get your juices flowing, make all the mistakes you're going to make, especially while your channel is small.
Right.
Until you're under 100 videos, you can make every mistake in the planet. Doesn't matter. I don't care what anyone says. I will fight people on that. Until you're past 100 videos, you're literally just spinning your wheels anyway, so you might as well do your thing.
And to add in, there are similar events in April and August.
Yes.
Right. But yes. I was going to add one thing to this. Your Vlogmas starts when you want your Vlogmas to start, because I joke, the Christmas season basically starts on Monday.
True story.
Halloween is done, and depending on what your content is about, it might need to start on Monday, because if you're driving sales or if you've got something like a Christmas related, you're going to have to start early, because your goal might be to generate revenue during this particular, season. Just in the case of the Amazon creator stuff, people are having to shop earlier. So if you're doing Amazon creator things and on their channels, you're going to have to, your holiday starts on Monday.
Right. True story. Musicians modded to do Beatober, 100%. There's also Inktober for artists. And I got into Vlogmas because of something I did when I was a tech writer. We used to do NaNoWriMo, right, which is the National Novel Writing Month. And that was a way to get in my reps for writing. And I did NaNoWriMo like 4 or 5 years in a row, and I still never finished my book, and then I didn't want to do my book no more. So then I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do it no more. But it was really, really good. Really, really good.
So I've got, so my campaign season in earnest starts the 8th of November of this year. That means there's 365 more days I have to raise money, get volunteers, get signatures, and get elected to office. So, I have to go full speed from November 8th. And so I am creating premiere stuff basically for that day to say to the people that might be voting for me or would donate money to me, hey, here's who I am, and here's why you need to do things for me. So that starts on the 8th, and it's going to go for a year. I've got to be able to create content for a year, and then I'm going to do Vlogmas.
See, that's incredible. And I think one of the reasons why I think everybody should do Vlogmas is to get that thing out of your head about the not having time, right? I think the not having time is one of the things that holds people up, but you don't really know if you have time or don't have time until you try it. I think many people say they don't have the time before they even try it. And then, of course, they're doing other things that have nothing to do with anything, that can't move any needles anywhere, right? Not having the time, as in, like, my work schedule has me working 18 hours a day. Okay, I'll take that. 15, 16 hours a day, yep, I'll take that. But having a standard 8-hour shift, plus, dinner, laundry, kids, husband, wife, whatever, partner. No, I don't count that. That's a bunch of BS. Somewhere in there's 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You could do this. You could literally shoot shorts. You could do 1-minute shorts every day for 30 days. That's 31 pieces of content your ass ain't made yet. And okay, well, I don't want to mess up my channel because some so-and-so said it's going to mess up my channel. Dope. Do it on Instagram. Is Eileen here? It almost came out, Rob.
Are you here?
It almost came out, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just do it on IG. Like the point is, create content. And the other thing that everybody did last year, and you can tell what those people are, and I'm not gonna call anybody out, But all of the people that half-assed it last year, and none of them are here right now. Not a single one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Nobody
and
who half-assed it last year is here now.
I'm going to argue another thing, too, is that if you are really going to start on December 1 to do Vlogmas, what is your content calendar? And you got to know what that is now. You've got to know, are you prepared for, have you written scripts? Have you done your graphics? Have you done so a lot of these things start. If you want to make your life easier, December 1 through December 31, you really do kind of have to start thinking about it today.
That's why I wanted to come up today. And honestly,
get your Notion out, get your Evernote out, whatever.
Look, I saved my own bacon right there.
You did.
She was lurking. You did. She was waiting for Doc to say something stupid.
She needs to pay her car payment, Doc. So
it was funny. I caught myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So look, there you go. I got 4 kids. Good Lord, son. 60 hours a week as a letter carrier for UPSIS and making time for December. Exactly.
Right. Your life will be easier if you start today.
Oh, that's super funny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that, fam. I absolutely appreciate that. YouTube does that sometimes, Tommy. Check the bell and make sure you have the bell set for all instead of let them decide what to send you. So there's the thing. I agree with you, Rob, because like when Alec brought it up yesterday, I was thinking to myself already, like, when should we have this talk? And last year we kind of did it in the middle of November, and then I think maybe everybody feel rushed. Now your excuses are going to be much, much harder because we're giving you this info the day before All Hallows Eve, right? So before All Saints Day pops around, you have this info. You can get your cards out and start scribbling to nombre right now. You can start writing out your notes this very instantaneous. Sorry, let me turn off the game. It's official win.
I'm
Manchester
stuck in
3-0.
I'm doing Evernote, and it's an addiction, and I know I want to move away from Evernote at some point in time.
It's hard to move away, though. The stuff don't come out.
It's hard to move away.
No, I had to cold turkey my Evernote, and I still get mad when I find myself I got to go back in there and get something. But hey, it's still there. It's been there since like 2007 or so when Evernote came out.
All my recipes are in Evernote.
Oh, so are mine. And I was just thinking about, okay, so I got this crazy like Williams and Sonoma macaroni and cheese recipe, and it's like a elevated hood recipe, but they had to make it, Williams and Sonoma proper.
Right.
And I'll take that and put in guanciale, which is like Italian bacon and not just, Smithfield Farms bacon from the grocery store. I put in a little guanciale and a little bit of jalapenos when they're red, and you mix it in there. And it's like glorious. It's so glorious. And I'm like, I need to get my recipe out. And it probably got like 8 pounds of cheese in that joint. But
I'm still remembering the macaroni and cheese from Albany. I had I had tomato and lobster and bacon.
I'll tell you what, no matter what we say about Miles, he picked a damn good spot to go eat.
That was a good spot. And it was our vibe. It was absolutely our vibe. It was exactly,
except for the bees that was trying to attack me.
Yeah. The bees that were yeah.
Okay. So let's go into, I got a couple questions that came in. Let me answer these before we get too long in the teeth. Junior said, what about Podmas? Junior, it's really funny you should say that. I recorded yesterday for the podcast, and hopefully I'll get a chance to edit it today. It depends on what's going on. I did this thing where we were talking about the difference between, for 2022, the audio podcast versus the video podcast. And if you are doing an audio podcast, okay, and then on the other side of your desk, you put a camera there and just record yourself like from this angle, right? You're good. If you got 2 phones, right, say you borrow one from your wife or your kids or whatever, You put one on the Ever side, one on the Diamond Head side, press record, and then chop highlights of that up, and then add an intro and outro. You already have your Vlogmas video.
Yeah.
So you could do both. And then do good because you can use those on your social medias. You can use those on your Instagram, your LinkedIn. If you chop it tightly, you could even use it on, say, your TikTok or your Instagram, your YouTube Shorts or whatever. So you can give yourself some highlight reels of you doing Podmas. And I'll say the other thing that you could do, if you're going through the Podmas, vlog that. Like, seriously, at the end of each recording, when you're done, you're editing, you post, you get your little phone out, and you be like, hi, this is Junior, coming from Hawaii. The day the weather was nice, but I went and record this thing, and it was great, and today we're going to be talking about this, so if you don't get a chance to get that episode, go get it. Oh, yeah, by the way, you can find it on Apple, Spotify, whatever. I'm having these kind of feelings or these kind of emotions, or this happens in the process, or this was a challenge I found that I discovered. So you could literally, trading spaces, talk about it for 2 minutes every day and post that. And you know how they used to do, right? With the little recording.
No, exactly. I did.
Sorry. It's a dumb name, but I call it the trading spaces talk about it moment.
Yeah. Where you get stuck at 2 a.m. painting the room because the designer decided to go, good night.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of thing. So you can really get about it. So yeah, Junior, I think it would be dope. You could probably pull off both without a lot of effort. Now, here's a cheat code, and I can't believe I'm going to give you guys a cheat code, but I'd rather you do it than to not to do it. If you're doing it on, say, TikTok or IG, you ain't really got to edit. But half of y'all say the reason why your content takes forever is you don't know how to edit. So one of the dope parts about Vlogmas, if you actually edit, you'll get better at editing. You'll edit quicker. Anyway, that's it for Junior.
Well, and there's the, what I did for some of my stuff is that you shoot it, and then when you drop it into Final Cut Pro, they give you the option to export that project into different formats, into different sizes. So you
Correct.
can take it from 16:9 into, whatever, square or horizontal, vertical, sorry.
I'm looking for the word. So I'm trying to find this. Why can't I read? Oh my God, here it is. That's what I was looking for. So the next question was to Hector. Hector wanted to know about transition plugins package for FCP. I think everybody knows that I say this about 100 times a year, but my answer is FX Factory. And in FX Factory, my go-to brand is Premium VFX, and they have just really, really good transitions. And so if you watch the Doc Rock video, you have seen nothing but these transitions right here because I use them like on a daily basis. They're really clean and they're small. They don't do anything super crazy. You can make them crazy. However, I don't suggest that. But yeah, they're great. They're easy. And yes, you can pull these down. If you're on Storyblocks or Envato Elements, you can get them from there as well. I just gave up on those because they have little weird idiosyncrasies that can be problematic at some point in time. Oh, hold up. Wait a second.
Who's there?
Hey, someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell.
Ringing a bell.
Wow, dang, Rob, you old. And you got good taste in music. When that song came out and I was a little kid, it was my favoriteest song ever. Kills.
There we go.
Dun, dun.
Hey, friends.
Hello, Kills.
Hello, Canadian whistle lady.
Hello, American Public School Board gentlemen and Hawaiian everything gentlemen. I can pin you down.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So, Hector, this is just my personal recommendation. I happen to like Premium VFX. I think they're awesome. They are M1 compatible if you're in that game. And if you go through FX Factory, they have a bunch of others that you can look at. It's kind of like going to Foot Locker for shoes, but it's all Final Cut, Premiere. What's that thing called? The dude with the paintbrush.
Bob Evans. Bob.
Da Vinci, not Bob Ross.
Oh,
Da Vinci Resolve.
No, Bob Ross, definitely Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. It's definitely Bob Ross.
Oh,
we're going to make happy clouds. Let's make happy clouds.
Oh, wait, we got to put Keels back in this scene, too. Hold on, let's put Keels over here.
No, I've gone for, I had a serious font addiction. where, you know, like I get those emails from what design bundles or whatever. And like, here's these 30 fonts for just $9.99. And I'm like, I would buy them.
Right?
And then I found myself buying the same fonts. Like, you know, wait, I bought that a year ago. What did I do with those? And I'd have to find them and then install them and try and figure out why. And then I'm getting that way with
I got rid of
Final
font,
Cut.
but I had font bundles and design bundles. I had to get rid of that.
Yeah.
And the same thing with me with Final Cut. Like before, I'll be honest. Like, I just go ahead and tell the dang truth. Before, from, you know, having, I don't know what's going to happen to the pandemic. Like, things are going to happen. So I go into like safety broke mode and I start using all of these weird like plugins from Envato and stuff. And again, they're good, but they're not as polished as the stuff that you pay for. And then I find myself having to fix entire edits because one of those plugins did something stupid to my edit. And I don't have a backup because of the way you do backups in Final Cut. So I had to re-edit stuff, and that pissed me off, and I just gave up, and I just started buying these. And so now what I do, this is going to sound super crazy, every month or so, I'll look and see what they updated. And if there's anything helpful or new, I'll buy something, because a lot of times in the first month it comes out, it's only $30. And then it'll jump up to $60, $70. So I just pay attention to it now. And again, if you go through FX Factory, it's no secret. You can look at all of my videos and the Ecamm videos, and that is there. And I bought a lot more recently because I don't want the Ecamm videos and my videos to look the same. So there you go. There you go.
Carlos, fonts can activate dopamine.
Dopamine,
so
yeah.
true.
It
It's
is.
crazy. So you guys were, I was listening. I don't know if you can tell, my face is really rosy because it's cold in Calgary. Winter is here. And I was listening as I was walking home because I have this innate resistance to the idea of Vlogmas. First of all, I hate Christmas. Sorry, everybody at home. I'm one of those people who's trying to ruin Christmas.
That's me.
But
Humbug.
yeah, I know, right? But I just didn't feel like, you know, I wasn't sure about the balance between serving myself and developing myself as a content creator and serving my community. So I was trying to think, okay, how can I do this in a way that actually serves my community? Because when I was putting out videos, I was putting out 4 videos a week. So one was a stream. Actually, 2 were streams and then 2 produced videos. And people who follow me were saying, I can't keep up, man. Stop it. Like, take a knee. Really, slow your roll, big rig. And so I was concerned about the idea of pumping out something every day. But I thought, you know what? When you were talking shorts, that's what I need to do. And I'm going to start on them right away, Rob, just like you advocated, because that is such a good idea, is to get all your script writing out of the way, get your graphics done, all that kind of stuff. And then
you can completely
out the
pregame
door,
it
so.
this month. 100%
Yeah.
kills. You can pregame it this month to make it easy. And what some people do,
get you on the tailgate. This is the tailgate right here.
Right? They did a lot of batching over the days, right? And then, okay, so you know that Friday that comes up that everybody used to spend stuck at the mall like for hours standing in line. We can't go to those right now, or you shouldn't go to those, God forbid, unless you want to get into a fight at Walmart over a $3 VCR. You can use that day to go hide yourself in a room somewhere and crank out 10 or 20 really short videos. But we started last week in class the conversation about ideation. Man, use this time, use this whole first week, or even smartly, if you're smart, today and tomorrow, to just bang out some ideas and get your idea list running. We have, if you go in the LGL group, there is a PDF in the downloads area that you can download from last year. There's no need for us to change it because it's the same thing. You can download that sucker now and use that to wake up the pills and get the thing going. I will normally, sit down, spark a 12-year or spliff and start writing until it comes out. I ain't gonna lie. You guys know me. I'm gonna blaze up.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a way.
I'm just enjoying that there's not the stigma anymore.
Yeah, thank you. It is kind of great. I can just tell you. No big deal.
But one of my friends right now, she's in Prescott, Arizona. She's an attorney, and she's overturning people's prior convictions. That's her job.
My
She
God,
volunteers.
glorious to her. She got a donation page or something.
I'll find something. Yeah, she's a wonderful human being.
That means a lot, dude. Because I had a nephew that got jammed up on some ignorant stuff over 2 J's, and spent like time in jail ruined his life over something stupid.
Right.
And half the people that do those arresting go home and smoke after. Anyway, so
or get drunk and drive home drunk.
True, that's even more funny. I think it's really important though. Like, it's something about challenging yourself. Like, everyone thinks of it as like, oh, this is going to be hard. Yeah, you know what's really hard? Walking, talking, wiping your own ass. Those they're extremely hard. Why don't you think about any of them right now? Because between the age of, say, 7 months and 1.5 years, you figured it out. Over the course of 6 months, you figured it out actually, you don't even get finished wiping your own ass until you're about 4. So you spend a lot of reps until you got it right. Now you do it every day without a thought, right? And it's super funny that people forget. Everyone loves to talk about how hard something is. You didn't even try yet. And I remember my mom used to get so frustrated at us when we said something was hard and we hadn't tried yet, or that something was nasty and we hadn't tasted it yet. There's a bunch of stuff that I eat right now that if you told me,
yeah.
You know, one of my favorites, if you ever go Korean barbecue, bro, tongue is amazeballs. But the first time I seen it in the grocery store, I was like, what the hell is that? And then my grandma
I'm going
used
to
to
a soft opening of a Korean restaurant tonight. There's a new there's a chef that it came down from St. Paul, Minnesota, and he's opening up a place here in town.
Yeah, St. Paul,
and I've been invited to the soft opening.
Food.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's very cool. Well, and you can always, sorry. So with the hard stuff though, having just spent 2 months coaching university athletes in very challenging circumstances and a very poor winning record, I had a lot of opportunity to practice getting them to reframe hard things and just saying, okay, so you've got a hard thing, but what is the reward if you do this? And every time I was like, well, that's a harder thing. Your reward is bigger because that's what hard things give you. Right. So it's like, so let's stop focusing on that part of it, because then you'll never get started. Focus on what you could possibly achieve. And then the cost of it should just look so much more diminutive in comparison. And so that was my constant process, is like, yeah, this reverse tomahawk shot is really hard to learn. But when you score that goal, just visualize it. Visualize how that's going to feel. And they're like, okay, I'm going to try it.
I'm not even a soccer fan, right? And there was a viral video that was out this week of a amazing bicycle kick score. And I think I watched that. And, again, I don't watch matches, but I watched that particular clip like 12 times because it was just an amazing thing. You can do amazing things and have it mean something to people that have no idea what you do full time.
See, that's impressive. And, you think about it, I get frustrated when, ne'er-do-wells, normally for just trying to make some sort of social statement, talks about, these athletes should just shut up and do their job. They get paid a lot of money to play a game. And I was like, bruh, you do not understand. You see an hour or 2 hours, depending on what the sport is, of something that you used to play in the park. But what you play in the park and what's happening on that field, not the same thing, right? Even as a high school athlete, I have taken the life out of a few wide receivers coming across the middle and wonder if that kid was ever going to walk again. Because, if you came across the middle and you tried to, I wasn't a good receiver, right? So I ended up as a safety. For some reason, my astigmatism wouldn't allow me to catch the ball. And again, I didn't know about glasses and contacts and all that stuff till junior year. Then after that, got better at it. But what I would just do is, because I was fast, I would just stay far back and let them think they were open. And when the ball was coming, the closing speed was good. And just, boom, decleat somebody, take their life, heart on the floor. you know, they call it the snot hit, when the snot comes flying out, like the whole 9 yards. And that's just high school. By the time you get to college, you've added 50 pounds and way more practice. In high school, we practice, 3 hours a day. In college, it's like 6 hours a day. And pros are practicing 8, 9, 10 hours a day. You only see this stuff on Sunday while your ass sitting in the house on the couch with a bag of chips talking smack. It always irritated me when people say stuff like that, because they don't, if it was so easy, everyone would do it. The reason why these guys get paid so much is what they're doing is actually hard. So to Keely's point about your reward becomes, commensurate to the effort, it's different, bro. People putting their lives on the line, as we found out later in life with CTE and things like that, right? So I think it's important that you guys understand, by challenging yourself in the same manner, maybe the reward isn't monetary, maybe it will be. Who knows? Sometimes you get discovered while you're doing Vlogmas. And I got a little funny story to tell you about that as we get further along. But yeah, it is one of those things. It can definitely happen. So I do like, whoa, Rob, you just kind of,
What?
Your box was huge. That didn't sound
Okay,
right.
sorry.
Never mind.
That's what she said. Wait, no, that doesn't work.
Oh God, that didn't sound right.
No, that
Rob.
just didn't.
Rob.
Yes, dear.
Nope. Yes, bitch.
Thank
Right there.
you. Thank you.
See,
Keels.
so
card.
I had a lovely time in Albany, and Gigi and I are best friends forever. I just missed you. I missed you, Canadian Whistle Lady. I want you to know.
Oh yeah, I just think first of all, the Albany police got a vacation because Keely wasn't there.
True.
There's no bar fights at Mr. D's, although there's almost one time, but that's minor. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You think about this. I want to bring this up as we're doing this. I'm just no, that doesn't qualify for the jar. Principal Walker, you're still snitching. Why are you still snitching?
Somebody got a yellow card. I just wanted you to
I
know,
know.
Michael Rose just threw a yellow
Excellent
card up.
use of emoji, Michael T. Rose. You're my best friend. That's
Hey, wait. Hey, Mike is here. What's up, Mike? Mike was one of my editors when I was at TUAW AOL. He's a nice guy. He's super awesome.
It was funny. I had to moderate that one. YouTube, all it is an emoji, and YouTube was like, "Wait a minute, do you want this to show?"
Hey, Alec, we were talking about you, and so this is the reason why we're having this Vlogmas conversation right now is because of you. So I'm glad to see that you can make it. And I like what Carlos said up here, though. Carlos was mentioning about stop taking the narrow road, start walking the narrow road of change, and do something different, right? So in a way, yeah, the idea, if you don't do these challenges, right, when they come up, right, even if you fail, like, that's a learning process, right? We talk so much about the success of this and sex. We talk so little bit about failure and how to use it to your advantage, right? I think that's something that also is important, right? Being able to learn how to use that to the advantage. Drop squad.
yeah, absolutely. I absolutely
just said
failed
I
at
didn't mean to
Veda.
be cocky about that one, but that's exactly what I do. Is I put foot super far up said orifice.
Oh my God, Doc, you just wait till you see my comment that comes up right after that. But yeah, Veda, I completely failed at Veda. But what I learned from that is that I need to plan further in advance, and reinforced by your guys' comments earlier. It's like, okay, this will be my formula for success, because as long as I have something that I know is going to serve my community, I just need some tools and some strategies to make it more possible. And I'll do it this time. So is that a D comment? Like I'm sorry. I'm like,
Oh,
do you need
somebody
more
has a
mindset
hat.
training than what you're getting from this man? Like,
Wait, so I have a question here. We have a Canadian Whistle Lady hat, which of course I don't have one, but I'd be
I got
happy
the
to have
only
one.
one.
Oh man,
that is a custom doc special, but if you contact me privately,
Okay. No, but we were discussing, because I asked the question, where's the Doc Rock hat? And he's like, Doc is confused about what the design should be. And I'm like, duh. It's the little head with the waves on the top of it. That's all it needs to be.
I don't want to put my face on it. I wanted
your
to
face
be...
above your face would be great.
Yes.
Oh my God, that would be perfect.
That's why it's weird, right? It's like Johnny
It's
Knoxville.
weird to you. It's not weird to anybody else.
No, it would be weird to me. I think that would be hilarious. It's like how when I put my logo on the side of the whistles that I sell, it's like, here's your meta whistle.
With the whistle
Here you
on
go.
the whistle.
With the whistle on the side of the face.
It's meta metal whistle. Because that's
Yeah.
meta, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
good.
Mike,
Carlos is dropping some wise bombs.
yeah, I'm going to go back
in
to
the
Carlos'
chat again.
comments. Mike,
Okay.
I'm trying to carve out time to make sure that we get to hang out when you come to the Lulu. Anyway, there's a problem. Most people don't experience sustainable change. We depend too much on feelings alone and think that will lead to behavioral change. 100%. 100%.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
had funny conversation. I've always said this, and I was saying this to I was talking to my niece this weekend, and I'm trying to teach her this while she's 12. Emotions are expensive. Okay, and what do you mean
Yeah.
by that? What do you mean by that? And I was like, okay, listen, little kid. I was like, you love your mom, right? Yeah, of course. You'll do anything for her. Yeah, of course. Okay, cool. Tell her that every day. And then when Mother's Day comes around and someone wants you to buy something for $600 for your mother for Mother's Day, you can tell them to kiss your little Okinawan ass because you love your mother 365 days a year. They made this fake emotional holiday to give extra credit points to mom, which you should do every day of your life anyway before she's no longer here. Mm-hmm. At 12 years old, she grokked that like hot chicken soup on a cold day. I got grown folks that don't get that. They think Valentine's Day, why be an asshole 364 days of the year and then buy some chocolate on February 14th and then your lady's supposed to be down with you? Come on, player. That holiday ain't made for her. That holiday is made for restaurateurs, jewelry makers, and chocolatiers. Couple of champagne and winery guys, but don't be an asshole any day. Be a nice cat every single day, and you don't have to celebrate that. In 20 years, have I bought flowers for Karen? Yes. Do I ever have to buy flowers for Karen? Never. We never got into those weird, dumb, fake BS holidays. We went
my
for a
wife only
lovely
likes
dinner
tulips.
on Thursday night. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I only buy tulips in season, not on a holiday, in season when they're available.
Thank you.
You've also
Would you rather have
explained why I
roses
don't
on
like
your
Christmas.
piano or tulips on your organ? Sorry. That doesn't count, Eileen.
It's all good. And I want to go back to something in Carlos's comment that I think like really tweaked in my brain because I've been going through this in the last few days, is that I've implemented a few new habits. Just a couple. They're small, but I don't want to talk about them. And so my partner, Corey, is like, hey, you started doing a thing. Like, can we talk about it? And I'm like, no, we can't talk about it. I'm going to do something every day, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't want the dopamine feeling reward of somebody saying, oh, good for you. You're gonna, okay. No, I'm not gonna say it because I don't
That's
want
the wrong addiction.
It's so tempting, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You get rewarded with the congratulations that people give you. Like I'm not gonna talk again about doing Vlogmas after this. I'm only doing this because it's, part of our exchange. But I don't want people to be like, yeah, good for you, Keely. You're gonna do Vlogmas, because then I get the feeling and of satisfaction without actually having done the work. So I'm gonna keep the work and the plans of the work to myself until I've actually produced it. So the habits that I've implemented over the last week, when I can produce the thing that I've implemented the habits on, that's when I'll say, look what I did. Because then I want my flowers. But I don't, those feelings of satisfaction earlier, I think they sabotage my ability to keep going on something, because now I'm like, oh, now I got to actually work for the dopamine. Like, it's a lot more fun to talk about it on the internet.
See, I'm gonna tell you what you just said. You just said a whole mouthful. And gang, I want you guys to timestamp this shit. Sorry, Eileen, I'll pay for that one. I want you to timestamp this, and I want you to write it down, and I want you to watch this. I want you to download the clip from YouTube using Downy, clip that section out, and remember it. Too many people last year, and actually every day, I don't even have to take it back to last year, every day, too many people were going for the dopamine hit of the reviews every night, where people would watch your video and you get jazzed up and give you the emotions and all the feels or whatever. And everybody was waiting around for their video to come up, and you get another little push, and then you go. And then January, they just stopped producing because there was nobody going to put their thing on a highlight reel and show that they were doing. So they were addicted to the love. They were addicted to the dopamine rush. And they got that, and then once that was over, they stopped producing. So Keely is not lying. She's telling you actual facts. Sometimes you got to know that you're doing it for you, and nobody's rush is going to take that away from you and put it on some platter to give you the feels. And I'm going to say this again. Feelings and emotions are expensive.
Yeah.
And I get all kinds of grief from my family members about reacting to certain things that societally people react to that I just don't react to. And I've done this on purpose because feelings and emotions are freaking expensive. And when you get caught in this, you end up spending a lot of money on things for somebody else to make you do weird things. I don't know how to describe this, but to be semi-morbid for a second, I told Karen, I was like, yo, there will be no freaking funeral. None whatsoever. Because I'm not there. I will have no part of it. I won't say it. That's for y'all. And this is going to cost you a lot. I had to go through craziness with my mom and 2 funerals for 2 opposing sides of the family. And my sister and I, when we were young and getting our life started, you know, we're freaking $16,000 in debt over 2 parties for a bunch of people that talk smack after it's over. No, that's a bunch of BS. And that idea of having this kind of like glamorous thing in this, you know, $10,000 box. I mean, Mike Powell is a mortician. He can give us the real facts on it. Like, it's designed for other people. It's not designed for you. You ain't even here to enjoy it.
Oh, my body's getting burned.
Yeah, I want mine
Yeah,
to
there's
become
a
weed
spot
fertilizer.
where there's a tree with my family name on it, and that's where our ashes go.
It's
But I
just
was
a
going to
thing.
say one other thing that we talk about all the time, and I think it's, you know, we joke about our age and how old we are, but I don't think that I would be able to run for office 10 years ago because I would have lost it too many times. I would have reacted harshly to something somebody would say too easily. And I'm at that point right now where I can read something. So, you know, people talk about me and they've never met me, right? And they do their research on me, and then they say, you know, things about me that aren't true. And I don't care. I don't care. I've gotten to that age in my life, and I'm looking at you, Miles. I've gotten to that age in life where I don't care. And, you know, you just go and do it. And it's glorious. It is a glorious time of my life. And Eileen, it's the I don't give a fuck, part of my life, and it is glorious.
Yeah. When your F bucket is empty of F's to give,
Yep.
you're so light. You're just
Oh my goodness!
I'm
I was
not carrying
telling
that around
somebody this
anymore.
yesterday because one of my friends is like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You know, I'm turning 38 tomorrow. And I'm like, man, you ain't there yet. And they're like, what? I go, yeah, you still giving the F. Like, give it a couple more years where you just don't care. Like, you don't even think, like, even looking at your birthday, like, oh, I'm this next higher number day. That's some old crap somebody else don't put on you. That don't mean anything. And I don't want to quote Aaliyah and be with the funny jokes. It don't mean anything. Like, every day is a day, right? As a matter of fact, until a little bit ago, we didn't even calculate the days and the years the way we calculate them, right? There was myriad calendars, and everybody counted different. Somehow the Gregorians won, and that's where we're at, but time is freaking relative. So stop giving it the weight that doesn't do anything. You're giving it unnecessary value. This is a piece of paper. The one in my pocket that I pull out that has a 1 and a 0 and a dead white guy on it is also a piece of paper. We gave that one a value of $10. We gave this one a value of nothing. It's just my notes. But this is more expensive than $10. This is my notes. This is way more expensive than $10. I could sell everything on this note for $50 right now. You know what I'm saying? So you give value to things. You give value to things. You give value to the BS that somebody else done told you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You give value to the dumb stuff you say about yourself. And then you try to figure out, like, oh, how am I going to work that? And yeah, that's just, wait, why did I just do that? I'm not trying to do that. Anyway.
And Doc, you talked about feelings costing you money in terms of you using material goods to compensate for not paying tribute to your real emotions and feelings and sharing love with other people. But feelings for me can cost me the energy that I should be actually producing valuable things for myself and for my community, the content that I want to make. So if I feel those highs of, oh, everybody likes me because I'm doing a video, I've told everybody I'm going to do a video every day, and then I don't, I get those feelings, but then I've expended that energy that should be in what I'm making. Does that make sense? So there's so many layers to this. We can Shrek this like to death, but it's awesome. Well,
you know when it comes up is, here, I want to put this on the screen right quick. I don't know if I can make this 2-liner. Can I make this a 2-liner? No, I can't, without making a mess of it.
Yeah.
You understand? I want you guys to think of this. I want everybody in this room to think of this right now. Who of us has the space to carry other people's choices?
Yep.
I damn sure don't. So that's why Keely, Rob, and I are on. I don't give a like, because I just don't. And Luis touched on it, and I'm assuming it's a typo. Luis, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but he made a statement of something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. And again, I won't get into why, but my brother and I had this conversation the other day about, are traditions yours? Are they your cross to bear, so to speak? No.
Yep.
Some traditions are just dumb and need to die in fire. Some traditions have been passed by modernity. Some traditions were wrong in the first place. They were invented to serve the wrong purpose, but yet no one ever challenged them. No one ever questioned them. So we all just follow suit. So are those traditions really yours? You have the opportunity to adjust traditions. You have an opportunity to make a new way. And people are like, no, traditions are important, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's just get it twisted. United States of America, 1938. Would Keely, Rob, and I be allowed in the same room?
Yeah.
And when I pause, you know exactly what goes in that place where I pause.
Keely would not be allowed sometimes in the same room as
that's
me.
Exactly the whole point. I mean all of that. All of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rob's running for city school board member. I was gonna say city councilman. Rob's running for school board. Official. I can't speak English.
Governing board, yes.
Couple years ago, not even that long ago, mid 60s, Keela and I could never run for that position.
Well, even today, Doc, there is a lovely woman who is a black woman who is on the school board in Chandler, Arizona. And the awful things people say to her and, want her to remove herself from the board and threaten her life, that still happens today.
Today. Exactly. So this is why some traditions just need to freaking go the F away. It sounds crazy, but they just do. Yeah, I don't want to get further into the political side of things because then we'll be fighting. It's just one of those things.
But it's a good example. That's a nice, clear example of a choice made by a society, a community, whatever, that is stupid for you to carry around. You don't need to be weighed down by that.
But
utter stupidity.
Nasty. What's up, my friend? Good to see you here.
Ooh,
Man,
Buck's in the house.
I know.
Yep.
Buck. Okay, so
stops here.
sir, can I address the audience for a second, and in particular the Buckinator, because damn it, he put out that video about the MacBook Pro, and I was like, even Doc, you weren't convincing me. I was like, no, I'm cool. I sold my iPad
cart.
Pro last night, so I'm now buying a MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
And it's Buck's fault.
It's available in my local Apple store, and it's in my cart right now.
That's been my problem. That's been my problem. I don't want to wait. And then I've been checking every day because it turns out the one that I actually wanted, which is super silly. Hold on, let me pull up exactly what it is because it's kind of funny.
Yeah, show me the specs because I
the one I wanted is super silly, and then one of my homies went in and got exactly what I was going to order. I said I'm not going to get a 16 because it doesn't have to be my main machine. And one thing that has been really, really pissing me off about all of the people doing the reviews right now is they're irritating because they're talking about the way it is today, not the way it will be once all of the apps catch up to it. Right now, there's not a massive difference between the 16 and the 14 and stuff like that, but it will be. So people, don't let that be your answer. It will eventually catch up. But I just know what I'm going to use my notebook for. So the one that I was looking for is the 14 Max 10-core, 32-core GPU with 64 gigs of RAM and 2 terabyte drive. It basically comes out to like $4,000. And they actually stocked that at the Apple Store. They stocked that exact version at the Apple Store as well as the base. So they use that as a base and this bump, which is a big bump, which is really weird because they normally don't do the higher end bumps in the store, but that is an actual SKU. And I'm like,
so
that's the one.
Don't they have, isn't there a website that shows what's in stock at every Apple Store?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's called iStock or something like that. And it just went somewhere. You know, Tom, if they stocked it at 32, that's probably what I would get. But I just been checking the store because I don't want to wait because I know my buddy had put in the order and then it came up as a stock item. So he went and got it and canceled his order. So, yeah, it's just been crazy.
And let's also extend out the love/hatred to Tom on that Yellow Pro review as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow Box Pro, yeah. So, yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that at all. But
dang, doesn't it look fun?
But damn, Tom. Yeah. So, yeah, I know.
Yeah. My philosophy is going to be in buying this MacBook Pro is, again, I'm really hooking myself into because I've been living this life for the last year, upgrading my equipment very, very quickly so that the retained value is still very high so that I'm able to stay with what I really, really need. And I think the interesting part of this whole experiment with the iPad Pro for me, so I took it with me when I went to the tournaments and I was doing my video analysis work on the iPad Pro and and tagging and chopping a video and doing the presentations to the players and such that way. And it worked beautifully. But I'm a laptop person. I have my first real computer was a laptop that I sat in law school, and I sat there in first year contracts and like broke the Windows registry for funsies because I was bored. And, you know, I just have always loved being able to do powerful things, from sitting on the couch, sitting in my bed, sitting on a desk, sitting in a coffee shop, and just doing like all the amazing things. And yeah, I need to get back to a laptop. I've decided that's what's right for me.
Okay. Grusi World Mittenen. Okay, one of these days, I'm going to just be able to flow that off the tongue, Eric, just for you. But not today, Carol. You know, it's funny. I've always been very good with my iPad and what I've been able to do with my iPad. And, you know, what's funny is the reason why I said I was going to parlay the notebook is because to me right now, the Sony was a better look for what I want to do, right? The Sony, whatever you call that thing, A7 IV. I was waiting for Topher to give me my pricing on it, which I just got, which is freaking incredible. I wish I could tell you guys, but I can't. It's a secret. But it just kind of like opened my eyes. And so, yeah, because I have my M1 iPad, M1 Mini, M1 iMac, I didn't have to rush out and go and get one of these. So I either could wait for it to come in stock and pick it up casually, or wait till it goes on Friends and Family and get the, my hookup, because I got lots of people at the Apple Store because I used to work there. So it's not on Friends and Family yet. So yeah, Sammy, you did get yours before me, but mine will be guaranteed 15% cheaper. So there's that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't need one. I don't need one, but I want one. And again, if you set yourself life up in a particular manner where you're working on what you're working on, and this is what I want more of you guys to get to, just so I don't have to have these conversations with you about that's expensive. I want you to be in a position to be like, all right, I'm going to go buy it. And remember, every time I did a little, you know exactly what goes there, but I'm not paying Eileen.
Yeah.
So
I see, and I can afford the new laptop.
Yeah.
I can pull it off right today and not blink. And I know that I'm taking my old MacBook Pro and giving it to my son, because there is one PC left in this household and it's sitting on his desk, and I want to, because I keep getting asked, well, we need to fix it. And I'm like, well, don't ask me. I'm a Mac guy. So I know that if, I'll just hand my old laptop off to my son, and I don't have to worry about the Windows operating system ever again in my house. So that's a great justification to buy anything.
Well, a lot of people that say they can't actually can. They just don't want to. Your value proposition. Right. People need to understand value proposition is completely different from the price and cost of things. Because it is not in my value proposition to spend $600 on dinner on February the 14th. It is in my value proposition to spend $600 on dinner any given day of the year, just because I'm a fat dude that loves really delicious food. Right? Yep. So that is a difference between an expensive dinner on Valentine's. Not expensive. It's just a number. It is just a number. You work every day. Some of you guys are doing very expensive things right now. Like what? Smoking a cigarette, eating like ridiculously bad food. That's me. I'm on that level. Drinking a lot, or never doing exercise, not, watching Collie's videos, whatever. Some of you guys do expensive stuff every day, but you're not counting that. You're counting the MacBook is $4,000, but you just did $4,000 with the surgery to your heart from whatever you ate this whole week. So yeah, just people are so tied up to this kind of like thing that doesn't really matter. Miss D always says it, right? You guys are majoring in the minor, and I'm here to just ruffle feathers on that, if nothing more than to provocate your thinking so that you can sort of reframe some of that stuff. As Coach Keeley said earlier, a lot of things that we say and do require reframing because we have been miseducated. Lauryn Hill made an entire album about being miseducated. My music people will catch that. Everybody else is like, what?
Yeah.
Her best album is called The Miseducation of Lauryn
I
Hill.
should have. Yes.
I remember.
I know you.
I
do,
remember
Keely.
too.
Keely probably got that joint on repeat because he got a lot of man hate songs in there.
No.
I'm joking. Actually, that was a fantastic album. I'm a dude and I listened to the hell out of the album. She was that thing. Oh, I was gonna like that thing. That's the track.
I did. So I have a cousin whose daughter, she's about 15, and she started collecting vinyl. And so the we all complain about Facebook Meta, but I created a compilation of 25 top vinyl albums that this 15-year-old girl needed to have, and they were all classic rock, and one of them was the Lauryn Hill album. And yeah, it just I miss vinyl. Yes,
vinyl is final.
Yeah.
And super, but I will say, strangely enough, having recently gotten into a lot of the digital hi-fi stuff because I come from audio file style background. What we can do with Apple Lossless Music and DAX and stuff is freaking incredible. Like I am actually mind blown on that. You know what I'm saying? So here's another funny one, Victor. We had this conversation on Tuesday. Remember? I live in a city where things are close, but also far out, right? So although in your brain, let's just say I live about 22 miles away from Junior, right? That is, or I live like 8, not even 8, I live like 5 miles away from James. But it takes forever to go those 5 miles just because of the way the streets and stuff are laid out. So, I have a fantastic car and I love it, but you know what? I'm thinking about not getting it back. I think about when this one goes, I'm just going to get an electric bike. And then if I need to go somewhere, I'll either Uber it or Servco, which is our Toyota company here. They have you can get the car for the day. You know what I mean? It's not quite rent-a-car price because rent-a-car prices here is crazy expensive. It's not quite rent-a-car price, but you can just be part of this hui because I don't need a car every day anymore. I'm not going to the wood supply store picking up, wood and supplies and things like that. And yeah, I'm going to probably just get an electric bike. And then when I'm near ride for somewhere like Swank, dinner or whatever, I'll use Uber. And then other than that, I'll use the Hui car. That's what it's called. A Hui is like a group of people, right? And they have a Hui car service similar to Go Car, where you guys live, or ride sharing type. Not it's car share. It's not ride share. It's car share. Because we've been trained. We in the U.S. have been trained so heavily on our dependence of cars, and many of us live in cities where you don't need a freaking car. New Yorkers
they built my city so that you are reliant upon a car. I'm in it. That's the other thing is that we built
I've been there.
towns, differently back then, that you could jump on a train or, there was some other form of transportation or multiple forms of transportation, buses. The bus system in Phoenix growing up was awful. And now finally we've got light rail and we've got buses and we're building that infrastructure so you don't need a car, but still it takes, it'd take me 10 minutes to walk to a decent bus stop. And, so
this is a funny question. I don't want to sound biased or nothing, but as of last October, they put a fat nail in that coffin. A long time ago. Last October, at least, they put a fat nail in that coffin. It's complicated to get into here, but just go look up what the M1s are producing in comparison to anything Intel or AMD have put out in the last year. And they, instead of giving them space to catch up and sit back and enjoy, Apple tripled it 2 weeks ago. But that's because they make their own chip now. They can do some things that the other manufacturers just can't do. And it's going to be a while for anybody catches back up.
Right. I just, what's really sad is how Intel is dissing Apple in advertising. It's like, you know, I realize that Apple's not gonna, you know, and then they claim because there's a huge Intel presence here in Arizona, that the CEO of Intel is like, well, we'll get Apple back. They'll be our customer again. We're gonna make chips. No, that horse has left the barn.
All right. Before we go, I'm gonna do this live because it's Hector and I love Hector. First of all, and the reason why I say we're gonna go because we got class in an hour and a half roughly. So it's going to take the last 10 minutes to answer Hector's question, and then we'll go through some stuff real quick. So, yes, if you guys haven't got your game up and come to class, let me warn you something right now. In the last couple of weeks, have been deep meditation, thinking things out, right? I'm going to say this and probably... This is so hard. Okay, I can't even speak English right now. This is hard for me to say because not my personality. But at some point, I have to do what's logical. I won't even pull that best for me crap, best for you crap, whatever. I'm going to stick with logic, right? I have deeply undervalued Drop Squad for almost a year. I don't want to put you on the spot, but am I lying?
What do you mean by undervalued?
I charge $10
I'm
for
listening.
that shit.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not undervalued.
Then yes.
You guys are my life.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
like that. But I got like 2 different coaches kicking me in the butt like you are absolutely freaking high. Especially when your contemporaries charge like $40 a month, $50 a month, some even $100 a month.
yeah.
Right? So
I'm struggling with this same thing, Doc, about what I'm charging for the things I'm doing. Yeah.
honestly, I can't not care. I can't turn it back. I can't bring it down. So I have no choice but to elevate it. So I'm telling you now, when Rob puts up the little thing that he just put up, like such, I'm getting him now because after Christmas, I'm listening to my coach. I'm not paying them to ignore them. Like you guys do. Like you pay to ignore me. I'm not doing that because I'm not going to say bad words about you.
Exactly. And this is the thing, Doc, is that the perceived value, the more that we invest into being in that class, the more we are actually going to action the stuff that we talk about. When it's free, when it's cheap, people don't value the information that they're getting and they don't make
I think that might be it. I think people think I'm playing in there. They think I'm just there for like party and bullshit. Sorry, Biggie Smalls, to steal your title.
And all of us, if we're paying more money for that, we're also going to come in there and say, no, I'm paying good money for this. We are going to get valuable time out of this. I'm not going to tolerate, any of the hijinks or the, whatever.
Oh,
right. Our standards
I got called out last weekend and I won't say by
I wasn't
who.
there.
No, it wasn't you. But I feel I have to put the brakes on some of the hijinks. And at first I was trying to put in the feelings of, these are my friends as well. But you know what? They don't call it show friends, people. They call it show business. And I'm always bitching at you guys about treating your craft as a business. And I've been a little lax. But I told y'all at the beginning of last month, I ain't being lax no more. And I also told y'all that things is finna get different. So we're going to go deeper. We're going to go way more action-oriented. And honestly, people that don't action, I will remove you. Because your weight to the people that give a crap and you're not helping. You're not helping yourself, right? And all I want to do is help you. So if I'm trying to help you and you're not helping yourself, straight disrespectful to me. But I don't care. I've been disrespected my whole life. I'm a black man in America. I've been disrespected my whole life. I'm trained. You're disrespecting yourself, but then now you're disrespecting our contemporaries that sit there with us. I can't let people that don't want to do disrespect the other 40 people in class. So, yeah, it's going to change. So if you ain't in and you want to get in, you might want to do so soon. I'm going to do the very opposite on Black Friday. I'm going to raise the price.
Yeah.
I'm going to be that one dude. I'm going to Warren Buffett the out of it on Black Friday.
You're going to be that guy.
We're going to raise the price. This Black Friday special price went up. All right.
Would it be Black Friday or is it? Never mind.
African American Friday, Rob. I will allow that. The judge will allow it.
I will allow that.
Wait, Keely's the referee down here. Well, actually, that's a bad word. She's umpire. What is the difference, by the way?
Oh my God!
Is it just a name?
This is a very common question.
No, I'm just asking. Is it a name thing, or is it the position thing, or referees on the side and umpires in the middle? Is it just because the sports named it?
No, it's because the sports named it, and I think traditionally the colonies type sports have used the word umpire much more often. Cricket, rugby is obviously an exception. Like, there's no hard and fast rule. It's just, I don't know. It just feels very wrong to me whenever anybody calls me a referee. I
yeah.
really
Well, you know
hate
what's funny, because in oblong we have both, right?
Yeah.
We have umpire and referee.
Yep.
Right?
Field
umpire, and then there's referee.
Line.
The main guy is the head referee, but there is a guy on a thing called the field umpire, right? So the head referee is the one that gets hit because he's always in the middle of crap, and he's like, ducking and dodging, whatever. The field ump is behind the play watching the other. He normally don't get hit. He don't get cleaned out by a running back coming across or whatever. So yeah, anyway.
He has more time to clear out if something goes south. Yeah.
So all of that is irrelevant, but
the more interesting question I get asked a lot is, why don't field hockey umpires wear stripes? And I say it's because our sport is beautifully complex. We don't see the game in black and white, so we don't wear it either. And people are like, I get it, So there you go.
He said some of the worst traffic in the nation. True. I'm just checking through real quick.
Oh, when people in Arizona complain about the traffic, I'm like, shut up. Just don't even. Because before COVID, I'd be in California every week. And I've done, the 4 times I've been to Hawaii, they've all been on business. And Arizona doesn't have bad traffic. I'm sorry, just shut up.
Question: what city do you live in, Human City Junction? Because I came from the East Coast, DC and New York. Both places you don't really need a car. And then I came here. I got a car at that time because I was young, up and coming dude. Thought having a car was more game recognized game. Help you get some of the dating potential. But then I went to Japan, Korea, China, and other places you don't need cars. And I came back and I own a car, but I swear to you, it sits in the garage majority of the time. So yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm just curious to where you live. When I lived in the Bay Area, also didn't have a car. Oh yes, dude, London is dope. That's super dope.
And that's one of those things where you kind of, I don't want to get onto urban planning and those kind of politics, but it's also like what kind of life do you want and what kind of impact you want to have on the planet and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to live in a place that I can't move around easily without a car. I want to get to places in Europe where the hockey is amazing, so I can participate in that community and I can get around, without a car, and I can ride bikes everywhere, and I can be that person. So if that's Netherlands or Belgium or I don't know, who knows where it'll be, but that's the plan, because those are the values in my life,
Tommy is Tommy. I love it. Tommy crazy.
What did Tommy do now?
He said he's struggling with the prices of his escort services.
But the umpire provides services, referees enforce rules. That's lovely. Just like me. I'm not FH at referees. I provide services.
Oh my goodness, that is super, super funny. All right, dang it, Eileen is costing us money again.
Uh-oh.
How much? What did you do?
Oh, because I said party and BS. It was a Biggie line. It's the name of a song. I think when you're quoting the name of a song, it doesn't matter. Okay. I just want to
until you write these rules down, she's gonna just run roughshod over you. That's just
Well, actually, I'm going to blame the price increase on Eileen because I got to give her money.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Carlos always says gym, so I always got to read whatever Carlos says. He says, many professionals undervalue themselves with their patients. Why would you choose to see a therapist who charges $75, or would you choose to see a therapist who charges $175? Honestly, I probably would go to $175 guy because he probably has more. It just sounds like he knows what he's doing more. You know what I mean? I know that sounds crazy, but maybe that's what Keely just said and I wasn't paying attention. Colony sport it is.
Probably, but the most important thing we've just learned is that sagacious is having or showing keen mental discernment and good judgment, wise or shrewd. Thank you, Carlos Martinez. I learned something.
Carlos be with that. All right.
I know, right?
He's so good.
What is up with that sesquipedalian nature? Dang.
Ooh, dang, he came with sesquipedalian. Oh, dang.
No, I did.
What?
Oh, you know.
I came with that.
Are we allowed that many syllables in one word? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My favorite multisyllabic word, if we're going to say it correctly, is anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Humanitarianism, yes.
Oh,
all right, here
excellent
we go.
work.
Let's go.
Excellent
I'm
work.
trying to find what the heck I did with Hector's question. You know what? All you got to do is type Hector. You're so stupid, Doc. Okay, let's do this real quick because Hector's Hector. All right, let me get one more box. Anyway, his question was, do I have a video, blah, 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 Rodecaster Pro SM7B Cloud Lifter breakdown? All right, cool. No, I don't. But I've done it 100 times. I'll do it 110. Let me add his camera right here, put it over here, and then line it up like that.
You know what's going to happen?
What?
Alec is going to do a video tomorrow.
Of course he will.
Well, or we can just search Tom's library, and there's something in Tom's library.
It's so simple.
Yeah,
I'll
actually,
just
he
cover
probably
it.
has
It's super simple.
Yeah.
People make it harder than it really needs to be. There's no special settings, none whatsoever. Okay, number one, Rodecaster Pro here, and I'll just go to the house so you can see I'm at the house. I'm going to pull this thing down. We're going to ignore everything here on the bottom. You don't need to care about this. Don't drop that on the floor. Anyway, all right.
Reminds me I have to dust my Rodecaster Pro.
As you can see, mine is dust-free, player. Anyway, that's what the deck lid is for. Press the button 1, bam, or whichever channel you're in, right? Then you want to go to your microphone. You want to press dynamic. That's it. Down here, dynamic. Okay, covered. Back up. Back that thing up. Go to level. Set your gain at unity, which is right here. This thick line. If you got an old Rodecaster Pro, you don't have a thick line. If you have a new one, it's right here. Set your gain right here, right? This is actually your volume slider. It's not really gain, but we won't get into why Rodecaster misnamed crap. Set it right here. Come inside here. Try to talk until you're touching the edge of the green here. Mine is currently set for 42, right? Please don't turn on phantom power on an SM7B. That would be tragic. So set your gain until you're touching the right edge of the fence over here. Then you look at your eCam, see where your eCam levels are coming in, and then slowly move that sucker up until you're able to just start to turn yellow in eCam, and then that's it. That's the end of the game. Party over. Now, if you're going to use a cloud lifter, you will be nowhere near 42. You'll be probably in your mid-20s. I don't use a cloud lifter. I'm a Puerto Rican. So are you. What the hell you need a cloud lifter for? We're born with a cloud lifter. We're built in. But if you want to talk softly and act swagaricious, then yeah, add your cloud lifter. I say we, because I spent the week with Luis. You don't need no cloud lifter. Holy goodness, Luis. Rob was probably waking up in the middle like, tell that Luis dude to shut up, because Luis is loud. And India is loud, and then I'm loud, and Carmen is loud, so I'm just going to tag you in with us, Hector. You don't need no cloud lifter. Oh, but wait, you're preaching, so you might have to tone it down because you're not a Baptist priest. You're a Catholic priest. You're going to talk softer. Okay, get a cloud lifter. Actually, if you haven't already bought a cloud lifter, I would tell you to go for the Clark Technic because it's $35 and it does the exact same thing. If you can get it. They won't ship it to me for some reason. Let me see. Amazon has been out, but Sweetwater has in stock. I'll show you real quick. SWEE Sweetwater. Man, you should just be automatic. I'm in Sweetwater every day, computer. What are you doing, Google? But yeah, that should be it, boss. And thank you for the super chat, Hector. I seen it popped up. I don't have my things turned on because I've been wanting to make something fancified, and I just haven't been able to do it because, you know. My new thing, I tell you guys, I don't say that I didn't have time. I'll literally tell you the truth. I did not make time to do that. That's my answer. I'm never going to say I didn't have time anymore because it's kind of every excuse everybody else always says. I didn't make time to do it. That's a better answer. Now you're telling the truth. Okay. KLLARK. Nope. KLARKTECKNIK. I think that's right. Well, German people spell funny. Sorry, Eric. Just even Sammy was there. Sammy can tell you the truth. Luis is loud. Been using Monterey since June. You've watched every one of those streams and probably have never noticed an issue. So, nah. It's not Monterey's fault. All right. This is the scene. What happens if I press Command Backspace from here? Let's check. Did it work? No. Oh, well, you sucked it. There we go. Clark Technic Booster, $35. My brother has one. I believe Tom bought the barrel version of this. The barrel version meaning it comes in a little round doohickey instead of in a little box. But you see these 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, all the way down the chain. Basically, exactly and precisely the same thing, $35. So if you haven't already bought a cloud lifter, then just buy a Clark Technic CM1 Dynamic. You know what? I'm going to just add this to cart. I don't even need it, but I'll just do it because like Alec, I can make the damn video. I'm going to just add that to cart right now.
I think what we need to do is take bets on what Alec's next video is about. Just, for fun.
Well, I don't know if you saw me sassing him in the comments, but...
Hey, let me see.
I know he's doing it. I know he is.
I'm going down on Loop Deck because his Loop Deck is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. He's going to do a whole, 25 video series.
Yeah, that's Vlogmas for him.
Videos on that thing anyway, too.
So. Tommy, you should never need phantom power for an SM7B because a dynamic mic does not need phantom power. Oh, but yes, if Paul is correct, if you use a cloud lifter, you need phantom power. When you use this Clark Technic, you will need phantom power. But if you're doing like me, SM7B direct, Puerto Rican DNA, you don't need that. You just get lost. See, I told you it's the Loop Deck video because his Loop Deck arrives tomorrow. So
I bet you that thing won't stay in the box for more than 10 seconds.
The funniest thing. Oh, you already got it. So yeah, if you already got it, put that on first. Put your phantom power on, then plug your mic in, and start with your gain at 25 inside the Rodecaster Pro area. Start it at 25 and work from there. But your goal in the whole time you're in here, your goal is to try to get this piece just to the outer edge of that when you're talking, and then you are be good to go.
See, I think we missed an opportunity. Is that I should have dressed up as Alec for Halloween and made a video.
I can do it. Look.
Yeah, well, you can do it naturally, but I mean, I'm the milky white skin, and I can do a bald cap, and I can I can change my background to make it look like whatever.
We need a fancy dress party where we all dress up as each other. That would be so funny.
You know what I also think would be fun?
I tried to buy a Pro Camera Hawaii hat.
Yeah, Tony was out of the red ones.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe after Halloween or somewhere, not Halloween, after Thanksgiving, somewhere around Christmas, for one of our sessions on the Drop Squad, we should have dinner party where we actually, you know, wear something nice and then just come in and you know, do gratitudes or whatever, something fun. I know. We'll think about it. Anyway, gang, I appreciate you guys for being here. I need to go get caffeinated because class today finna be something. Alec,
I'm
you
here
and
for
Mike,
this.
you and Mike had two things for me to cover in class. I remember one for Mike, which was trying to figure out about where to place the stuff. We did the Vlogmas talk in this. Alec, if it's not enough after you watch this today, let me know and we can still cover it some more. But yeah, we will be ready to go. And then
Doc, did you see Hector's super chat?
yeah, I did. I said thank you, Hector,
Okay.
for the super chat.
Okay.
That's what I
That's
said.
my-
I was
that's
just
my
I was
dog.
waiting for a song, so I
No.
just wanted to make sure.
Because no, I didn't. I just said I didn't have time, but I said nope. I didn't make time to put together the thing for the Stream Deck, not the Stream Deck, the Stream Elements to do the. We got to think of
That
a
all
song.
makes sense.
And then somebody said do a cover of City of Mine featuring Diana and myself and some of y'all. And I'm like, oh God, y'all are asking for trouble. So anyway, gangs, we will be back again soon. Tuesday, of course. Be ready. One of your songs that Andy are fighting? One of your songs. One of your dogs.
Yeah. Caleb heard Cooper barking at Andy, and yeah, they don't get along.
K-Walk is in the LGL group. Directly at the top of the group, there is a, where it says, like, do you want a mentor? Do you want a files or whatever? It's in there. It's in there at the very top under more, and files. If you go to files, it's in there. At least it should be in there. If it's not, we'll find it. It's around. I got it. Somebody got it. All right, gang. Yeah, be quiet, Sammy. It's just making trouble. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Keely and Rob, for coming through. It's great. You guys.
My pleasure, and Rob's pleasure too.
Yep. Yeah.
Look,
Anytime I get to
helping.
spend time with Keely is a better part of my day.
Oh my goodness, that was just.
I was
great.
more expressing your gratitude, but not
I
for
know,
me.
but I thought I'd throw it back in your face.
It was very funny. You won.
Yes.
You won. Okay, you won.
Oh, see now these guys. Hold on, let me see. These guys got me looking
What's
for.
happening now?
They got me looking for the LGL sheet.
Mods, can you put a link to the? Oh.
Yeah.
What about the Veda PDF as well? That was really good.
Yeah, you can
I'm
use
just going
either
to use
one.
that actually.
Yeah, same
the whole
thing. You
Veda
can
package
use
you guys did, it was great.
either one. It's the same
Oh.
smell. I mean, it's
Okay.
slightly different, but I mean, they would do it. VLOG. Did I do it? Nope.
The problem is like two of the mods are like right here.
Yeah, or
and
right here,
really
and we're
trying
like,
to focus.
Yeah, it's not.
super
It's not. I just looked, Alec. It wasn't in there. But I'm sure, like, if you use the search function, it's in there.
Well, and the next thing I will do is I will create a block of text. I keep a notepad of all those things that I put in the message. The class today. That's all cut, copy, and paste. So I will get the Vlogmas PDFs link so we can just do that.
Who wanted the link? Because I just found it, but I don't.
Oh, you
K-Walk.
found it? K-Walk, yeah.
Who asked for it?
K-Walk.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, she said put it there in case there's any new people that don't have it. Oh, I'm seeing pictures of people's like hand scribbly notes and stuff from last year. It's glorious. It's glorious.
I hope it gave the link to the one I didn't scribble on. Nope, it's good. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Boom. She got it. That's the Veda creator. It's the same smell. Either one of them will work. It's mainly to dress, to impress, spark the bit's interest. Sorry, man, I'm on Biggie today.
I still have Tribe Called Quest going through my brain because you did the whole show, not show friends, it's show business. And then the whole song just played through my head right there and then.
That's exactly right. It's not show friends, it's show business. Man, this is incredible. All right, gang, let me do this real quick. Where is the song?
I'll miss you guys for the 2 and 15? No, 1 and 15.
Oh,
hour and 15 until we're all together again.
Oh, thank you, Keels. I thought you were saying you wasn't coming to class. I was going to start drinking right now.
No.
City of mine, how city of mine.
Make sure you guys come to class.
It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people. This is a city I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every brick. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for